I think you can give her a round of applause again as she gets to the podium. Thank you immensely.
Journey, and we are here today. Anybody who has done any kind of work for 2 years building something would understand where I'm coming from. We are extremely excited, my team and I. We can't even hold it, and I expect that people can share the joy with us as we go along. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the launch of Gr8jobs NG, the #1 recruitment platform in Africa. Before we start, I would like to welcome the keynote speaker of today's event, Robert Giles, Head of Transaction and Electronic Banking of Diamond Bank PLC. Our guest speakers, who is one of them is Mr. Ben Afodego, partner at Ernst & Young, Mr. Ade Ajayi, Business Group Director, ASG Microsoft, Mr. Victor Famoyibo, Director, HR Nigerian Breweries PLC, Mr. Udom Inayo, Executive Director, Mobile Producing Nigeria, and Mr. Henry Onokuba, Director, Executive Education, LBS. They will all be sharing their perspective on the theme of today's event, the role of technology in reducing the cost of attracting and hiring top talents for an organization. Also, I would like to recognize the representatives of CIPM, this institute that certifies HR practitioners in Nigeria. All our invited guests at the event and the media, you are all welcome. We'll move quickly into the event, and I would like to start by giving a brief journey on Gr8jobs NG, how we started this entire project, but we'll make it very brief. The journey began in 2013 after Uconnect won an award as one of the fastest growing companies in Nigeria at the Nigerian Fast Growth 50 Award presented by the All World Network, Michael Porter of the Harvard Business School in conjunction with the Tony Nelu Foundation. The vision for the HR e-commerce platform, Gr8jobs NG, was born. After meeting with other professionals, some of who are here right now, I'll call Obina Okeze. We are at that program together. And I'm sure you can remember when you said something to me that this is the way to go when we kept on deliberating on so many things at Harvard. Conversation on the forum centered on e-commerce and its role in shaping the future of businesses. I began to develop the idea of building a platform that will move our brick and mortar business into the e-commerce space, knowing that unlike most other businesses, HR is a service, not a physical product. The challenge was to find a way to retail our services to the general public on an online platform and make it accessible to all, available to all, and also affordable. The idea of Gr8jobs NG is to spur innovation, economic development in Nigeria, and the African continent using technology. We have taken 2.5 years, as I mentioned before, and resources, a lot of resources, to ensure that the platform meets the needs of these users. After we have studied the HR landscape in Nigeria, we want to make sure that the platform is user-friendly, functional, reliable, and fully secure. Sitting on the Microsoft Azure cloud platform, which is one of the leading and most secure platforms in the world, and having built by a renowned solution builder, the Gr8jobs NG is reliable and available 24 hours every day of the week. We, of course, could not have done this on our own, and we have had wonderful support for great bands without whom our story would not be complete. And today I have the pleasure of thanking or recognizing Mr. Ben Afodego of Ernst & Young, a partner who has been there from the beginning. When I had the idea, I came into the country from Harvard, and I had met him just 10 minutes in an event before that day. And he's somebody, we are not friends, but I just called him up and said, Ben, this is an idea I have. Do you think it's something Ernst & Young will want to put its name behind? And from that very first call, 5 minutes conversation, 10 minutes conversation led into 1 hour conversation. And he said, for sure, I love it, but let's see how we'll make it happen. So he has been with us for 2.5 years, rendering a lot of services in terms of advisory, in terms of consulting, and they've done a wonderful and a marvelous job. Also, I would like to recognize Diamond Bank PLC for their belief in SME development and financial support of this launch. Also, the Microsoft, who believe in our vision and the platform and encouraged us from the moment the platform was introduced to them. LBS and CIPM, who are here today, who are the training institutions who we had first approached, and it took great interest in the novel idea. Both signed onto the platform before the platform was even completed. To my dear husband who is here today, I must say he has taken everything from me just to make this happen. And he has been a wonderful pillar and a support to me. He has believed in the vision and has always geared me towards achieving this goal. And I say thank you. We are grateful for all your support and look forward to growing all our brands together in the future. Also, the Gr8jobs NG team, where are they right now? Where is everybody? I can't see them. Where are you guys? Okay. Led by Amaka Okori, who is, I think she's standing over there, who is the project manager for this project. She has been, and her team have been on a formidable force and a source of knowledge, strength, passion to see the platform go live and successful. I say a big thank you. And I would like to say that there are some moments through the 2.5 years journey where I thought, why did I do this in the first place? Why am I going through this? And she in particular, and a few other friends like Dina, Obina, and of course, Tony Obike, they've all told me, continue, it's a good project, and I'm sure you'll be able to get it. We'll support you with information, and they also gave me very good advice because this is an area we have never dabbled in before. We are a HR consulting firm for 12 years. It means technology is something not too friendly with us. Right now, I think most of us can boast in our company and talk about technology as if it was something that is next door. We talk about encryption now, we talk about platform, we talk about so many technical names now, SQLs and all the rest of them. If you asked me some time ago, I would not even have a clue on what you're talking about. So I'm really happy that technology has been used and technology is an enabler to make this process work. And also, finally, to the Almighty God, who has made all things possible and beautiful in His time, I say a big thank you. Once again, we welcome you all to Gr8jobs NG platform, which will revolutionize the way we see HR forever. Ladies and gentlemen, with your permission, I will proceed to introduce Gr8jobs NG. We're talking about verification services. So you can go on this platform and do an end-to-end verification service. You can go on this platform and, of course, do the obvious recruitment service. You can go on the platform and do outsourcing service. You can be on the platform and also do pre-assessment service for your employees. So it actually handles the full ramification of HR and other services. Then it caters for 3 types of users, which is the job seeker, the employers, and the professional institutes. When you look at the users, when you look at the job seekers, we are talking about interns to entry level, senior level, to executive level, even to job seekers in diaspora. Those are the levels of people we are capturing so that you have an idea of the magnitude of the kind of work we'll be offering through this platform. Then for the employers, our focus is from SME, which of course is one of the real major reasons we have this platform in the first place. We want to be able to retail top-notch HR services to SMEs so they can grow their businesses and become stronger in the economy. Then we also have the multinationals like the likes of Mobile who are here, LBS, NBL, Ernst & Young, Diamond Bank, and the rest of them. They can fall under the multinational and international level. Then it also delivers the full range of HR services, which I've already mentioned before, recruitment, outsourcing, verification, and the likes. It also creates a unique opportunity for employees and job seekers to meet and get the best fit for themselves, while also giving PTIs access to potential training participants. Okay, we'll continue on the solution. It's also available 24/7 and can handle large amounts of traffic while still performing optimally. So that's what we're talking about. We have hosted on the Microsoft Azure platform. So this is very possible. You have 24-hour service, no interruption of any sort. The platform can also be accessed via a mobile app, which is available on Windows Phone, Google Play, BlackBerry, and all for free. In any of these devices, the platform is available. It's, as I said before, it's hosted on the Microsoft Azure and Cloud platform, one of the leading and the most secure cloud platform in the world. And of course, Gr8jobs is powered by Uconnect. What are our unique selling points? What will make you come to Gr8jobs instead of going to any other platform out there, both international and local? There is no platform out there that would give an employer this level of service as well as comfort. Just imagine right now, we HR practitioners that are sitting here today, if you have the ability to get a CV cover, cover letter for a candidate and also a CV, would it not be beautiful if you can actually see a 1-minute video of that candidate profiling themselves, telling you, I am so-so person, and I can do this particular job or whatever it has been advertised. This is just an idea of how this works. You click on it's a demonstration. If you click on activity, candidate search, you put in your keywords, maybe HR, you put in your specialization, human resources, you go to maybe select an experience level, supervisory level, you pick a location, and you view the results. So everything on this platform, currently we have close to 1 million CVs on this platform, which you can use to sort. Now this is a demonstration of a video.
Okay, and I just need a few minutes of your time to explain why I'll be an irresistible asset to your audience. I have a bachelor's degree in sociology and anthropology from the Benton Delta University, Nigeria. I'm currently in the process of obtaining my professional certification in human resource management from the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management.
Okay, so you can see clearly, just a short demonstration of what you can actually get. You can see her name is there, you can see her company, you can see all the details that a normal CV would have, but you also get the privilege of seeing the 1-minute video. You can assess the kind of personality. To an extent, you can at least assess her understanding, her composure, the way she speaks, and all that. Anything you're looking for, depending on what the job role is all about. Then the next unique selling point that we have is the pre-assessed candidate. Would it not be good for you to actually have candidates who have been pre-assessed? Pre-assessed to the particular skill level. So if you're looking for a customer care candidate, the employer would actually put all those criteria in the JD and post those jobs, and hopefully we'll get those pre-assessed candidates because the premium candidates actually fit this profile. So access to pre-assessed candidate is something that I think will be very good. That will help you with the IQ level. It will also help you understanding whether they are taking a sales test or they are taking a customer care test or whatever test that they are open to based on their specialization. Then we also have The next one is CV search. The CV search here, we have an advanced search criteria. Those of you who have used international search engines would also understand what this means. It means that this solution has intelligence to be able to pick very, very specific information that you require to be able to hire a staff. So it all depends on what you're looking for. It could be just the specialization, it could be the level, it could be experience, it could be anything, as long as it's within the HR field and as long as it's within the profile of that person. Then also the system has an intelligence. What has been built in this solution is intelligence. A lot of intelligence is built into this system to be able to do a lot of work, whereby you have automated training suggestions to employers and also job seekers. Employers stating that if, for example, you want to have trainings for your staff, this solution can actually, based on their specialization and industry and other profiles, can actually suggest trainings for employers which they can look at, key into, and also apply for. We also have candidate match. Candidate match is simply once you have an employer has put in all their JDs into the system will automatically pull out everybody who matches that criteria. However, that's the first result you get. It has a second level of result. It actually pulls out candidates who match the specific JD, not just those who are applying. I don't know if you understand that, because many job boards give you everybody who apply for the job. And of course, all of us in this industry knows that even if you put an executive level out there, you have people who have just left school applying for that job. So, but this system can intelligently use your JD to pull out candidates that actually match your criteria and your JD strictly. It will give you both. It will give you the general picture, that's the first result, and it also give you those who match. So you can make an informed decision on what you want to do with the information. Then the unique selling point for job seekers. Since they are one of the users here on this platform, we have the mobile app. The mobile app, that explains itself. The platform is available on the go, everywhere, anywhere, available on BlackBerry, Android, and Windows devices. So that is really, really good for job seekers. It means they can be anywhere in their pockets. They get alerts for jobs to apply for. They can be in any part of the country and at any time. The HR tips are very good for everybody, but I think for me, my major concern is for those who are just in undergraduates who haven't left school. Because if I told you the user starts from the undergraduates, the entry level, they will be building their career even while they're in school. Because from our experience, and I'm sure a lot of you can share that here, you find that there's a gap, there's a disjoint between people who are in school and the actual job market. They have no clue. So we're hoping that through our platform, they get informed information about HR, they get information about the business world, they get information about what is happening in the market, and they can also tap into it so that at the end of the day, it actually empowers them to be better candidates for the future. So we also have CV videos, which we've already said. So now the job seeker is not only doesn't only have his CV and his cover letter to prove to you that they are the right candidate. He or she also has the ability to upload their 1-minute video CV on the platform. They can also attach test results, which also gives them an added advantage to the employer. And the last one, which is the email services. Email services, here we are talking about tracking. I'm sure every job seeker, and if you have ever been a job seeker, will know that if you have applied for something and you get to track your application, it makes you feel better and makes you feel good. At least you know where you stand at every given point in time through that application. What is our target in the next 2 years? over 2 million registered candidates. We are working towards getting over 2 million registered candidates or job seeker, whether passive or they're actually looking for jobs. So please let me correct something. This platform is not just for people who are looking for jobs. This platform is also for passive candidates of job seekers. And I think I made said something before now. Both executives, top level management use international sites, post their profiles there. I don't see any reason why we can't post our profiles on this platform. Everything is going Nigeria now. We are proudly Nigeria, and I expect to see a lot of people actually embracing this opportunity. The platform is very secure, it's very reliable, so all information, confidentiality are all protected on this site. So we are hoping to get 2 million registered candidates. Our strategic alliances, Diamond Bank, EY, Microsoft, CCSNL, CIPM, I'm trying to call the names before they even come out, LBS, and CCSNL. All of them have worked together with us to create this great brand today. And we want you to give them a round of applause and thank them for such a wonderful job. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Just in a nutshell, what this innovation is all about. But the thing is, as simple as it may look, the interface is user-friendly, but the work behind it, wow. They had to roll their sleeves and get down in the dirt and do a lot of work behind the scenes. So I want to say congratulations to Gr8jobs NG. Yeah, I would like to introduce myself. Now, those of you that were at the press conference, remember what I said. Those of you that were at the press conference, I'm going to try it again. All right, my name is Frank Idoro. I'm the presenter of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I told you, nobody. I told them at the press conference, anytime I go to an event and say, my name is Frank Idoro of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, nobody claps, there. And I tried it here. The only people that clapped were the people from the press conference, and, I told them a story about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for that applause. To give the keynote address, I have somebody I'm going to introduce here. But before I do that, let me lay the ground rules. Now, each speaker is going to speak for 15 minutes. I think the keynote speaker is allotted, 15 minutes. All right. Is this the countdown device, guys? This is the countdown device, right? Okay, forget this device. I am going to be your human countdown device. So when it is 10 minutes, when you see me on the prowl, walking from and looking at you with a werewolf gaze, know that you have 5 minutes remaining. So ladies and gentlemen, speakers, rather, if you step on the podium to give a speech, 15 minutes means that's the maximum. But if you could curb it to 12 or 10, wow, that would be absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of introducing somebody who has lived and worked in key African and Middle East markets, developing payments businesses to scale and building successful partnerships. He leads the transaction and electronic banking division of Diamond Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the head of transaction. Why didn't they play that music for me when I came? I mean, that's wonderful. Go ahead.
Morning, everyone, and thanks for the warning. My name is Rob Giles. I lead transaction and electronic banking at Diamond Bank, and I downloaded an app this morning, which is a bit of a teleprompter, so this should keep it to 13 minutes. So if I overshoot it, blame the app. I'd like to begin by thanking Omamene for inviting me here to speak, and to congratulate her on making this bold vision a reality today. When we first met the Uconnect team at Diamond Bank, we were immediately excited by something that's obviously going to transform the face of recruitment in Nigeria. Technology that solves real business problems are the most successful ones. And one of the biggest business problems today is access to human capital. A solution that links skilled and trained individuals with the right employers is something that will benefit the whole society and, of course, support economic growth. Today, I've been asked to talk about the role of technology in business and why it's an imperative, the trends, the uses, and how technology has become core to business success. That's not a small ask for 15 minutes, so I'll try. So talking about the evolution of technology in business. In ancient times, businesses operated and evolved at very slow speed. That was largely because of the lack of tools that enabled faster, more predictable, scalable business activities. But as societies organized, the very earliest technological inventions helped to shape the face of business and the economy. These were really, really simple things, but they had a huge impact. Take transportation as an example. Technology innovation all started with the wheel, and that increased the ease and the cost of transporting goods by horseback. It spurred an increasing rate of innovation, or Moore's law, that saw the cart turn into the carriage turn into the modern automobile, the invention of railways and mass transit systems, and now we even have the automation of the driver itself with driverless cars. It took one bold visionary leader to make that giant gamble that people didn't actually want faster horses. That was Henry Ford. And he invented the motor car. Then in the production of goods and services, business has evolved from small-scale craft industry to fully automated production lines. The Henry Ford moment there was the invention of the production line, which enabled segmentation of skilled labor, which in turn drove efficiencies and increased market sizes overall as goods got cheaper. And especially important, it also created well-paid jobs. And in today's digital age, even that design and the production line has gone one step further, the increasing rate of change. And the speed of making business decisions has been increasing exponentially with the advent of fax, then email, then chat, and now wireless video conferencing. And it's possible to communicate now both audio and visual anywhere on any device. On our portable handheld devices, we can communicate real time with audio and visual. And it supports the flow of information in organizations, and that speeds up decision making. So let's move on to what about technology in business today, and what role does it play? Why is it an imperative? And I'll expand on two areas from my own experience working in banks. Firstly, the internal use of technology for the efficient running of a company, so internal uses. And then secondly, technology as the very foundation of a company and using that technology to solve customer problems, either creating new markets entirely or displacing traditional businesses. The internal use of technology in the efficient running of a company is about being efficient, and often it's cost reduction as the initial motivator to drive this change. But the benefits go far beyond cost and can create additional value. So let's start the day here in Nigeria with a newspaper or two or three or four. And almost every manager in Nigeria starts the day reading a stack of newspapers. There's a number of problems with this. Firstly, the news is from yesterday, at best. The delivery of the paper takes time from the distributor to the office, and then the delivery guy wastes very valuable man hours delivering those newspapers to every desk in the office. And if it's been raining, the newspaper might not be much use at all. The person delivering the newspaper is largely underemployed and could do a lot better. The manager will spend 30 minutes to an hour, maybe more, reading the newspapers at the very beginning of the day. And that's time that could be better spent engaging customers or engaging employees to grow the business. And then, of course, you've got the huge cost and time and the environmental impact of disposing of all of those newspapers every day. At Diamond Bank, we stopped using physical. Manager uses that idle time while commuting to work to read the news. And the manager starts the day working with customers and working with his or her colleagues to generate real value for the business. After reading the paper, let's get down to the day-to-day business of the day. The management of information coming in and out of the bank. That could be phone calls, letters, emails, client meetings. It's very scattered, it's very disorganized, and it needs action by many different people. There's the potential for data loss or destruction, and the end result being an unhappy customer or an unhappy colleague. So searching for records of past interactions with paper takes time, and it's therefore very costly and inefficient to organizations. So we implemented document management solutions to digitize documents as soon as they come into the bank. Thereafter, everything is loaded onto the Microsoft Dynamics CRM, and paper can then be easily and safely disposed of. It means that every document and every interaction with the customer, regardless of whether that was a phone call, whether that was an email, whether that was a face-to-face visit, can be permanently stored, and it's accessible for whoever needs to use it. It's backed up in many places, so if there is flood or fire, there's no risk of data loss. And if queries need to be responded to in a certain time period, there's automated workflows that ensure the individual is prompt on their task and the individual's manager is prompt if something goes beyond a certain time. And this tangibly translates into a better customer experience and a consistent customer experience that generates better business. CRM also goes beyond workflow and delivering that customer experience. It gives management insight through the many thousands of data points that we have to enable better decision making. With that information, we can now eliminate the root cause of many of the waste, the complaints or errors that come into the organization. And that makes the organization more efficient and our people work on more value-adding activities. And then, of course, another example of how technology is driving business success is on work tools and managing communication. Whilst email replaced the paper memo that was posted on notice boards, it really was only that faster horse. It's still a memo that's delivered electronically. Always top down, no opportunity for collaboration, and no opportunity for executives to feel the pulse of an organization. So whilst employees in their personal life are communicating on Facebook, Instagram, various chat, Twitter, in the workplace they were being bombarded by memos. All this has changed. A couple of years ago we introduced a platform called Yammer from Microsoft, and it's a bit like Facebook, but it's internal, so it's secure. It linked the teller directly to the managing director to the teller, and everybody else in between. So key communications are spread on Yammer, and employees comment and discuss. Employees feel very comfortable sharing pain points when internal rules or systems or processes don't work for them or for their customers. And if the issue is common to many, within seconds or minutes you have 100 likes and 100 comments. Employees can then co-create solutions to the problem themselves by collaborating.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a lawyer, proven administrator, accomplished energy industry professional, and he is presently the executive director and member of the ExxonMobil Upstream Nigeria Leadership Council, and he's a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management and past chairman of the Strategic Implementation Committee. He's an ardent golf player and, of course, a philanthropist. Ladies and gentlemen, Executive Director, Mobile Producing Nigeria, Mr. Udom Inoyo.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make a few remarks. One, with regret. Second, very positive. The regret is that this is coming too late in my career. Too late. Because I remember 27 years ago, when I got hired into mobile HR department and had the responsibility of managing recruiting, I would go through hundreds of applications, hundreds, and it was time consuming. But it also created another nightmare. The CVs look alike, and sometimes, I don't want to say most times, sometimes, especially when you get tired, it was difficult to know which one to throw in and which one to take out. But with technology, 27 years later, if you are actively in human resources, your life is going to be so simple and easy. The second comment is this. Working in an industry that is technology-based, and almost all industries these days are going in that direction. Even the taxi services that we talked about, the Uber. How can you be a successful HR practitioner wanting to earn your seat on the table if you cannot compete and deliver services promptly and flawlessly? It is only technology that will help you. So let me just take you to slide 3. I just want to talk about what we do in ExxonMobil without wasting your time, because we really deployed technology in the way we manage our HR activities. Give me slide 3. And that's exactly what this organization is planning to do for us in Nigeria. And I really thank them. Slide 3. Next slide. Stay there. These are the HR processes in ExxonMobil. Recruiting. In under 5 minutes, using technology, you can sort out 17,000 applications through the brass ring. Managers are looking for information on their personnel. It's not going to take time. You're not going to hard copies. You're not looking for files. Those days are gone. We had HR practitioners. In fact, they used to be called personnel managers. And sometimes it will be very difficult for you to access your file, except you incentivize them. And that's what gave us authority many years ago, not these days. Training, how do you manage training? Training is so important, but training is tied to career and it's tied to needs. And if you have the right tool, it will prompt you on which employee requires to be trained and in what particular area. Payroll and compensation, nobody cares who pays. People are only interested in when they get their salary in the account. I don't know who my payroll manager is. May not even be in Nigeria. The important thing is that on the 25th of every month, I need to be sure that that alert has come in. And these are all enabled through technology. And I want to say, even though this is ExxonMobil, and I'm sure when my colleague, my senior colleague from MBL speaks, he probably may be sharing the same. But bring it back home. Nigeria is really in need. And I was so happy this morning when I heard that this technology is going to be targeted at the SMEs. We need to make life easier for people in Nigeria. If you want to hire a driver, a cook, where do you go to? Other than by word of mouth. How do you know you are getting the right person? How many people bother about background check? A lot of efforts get into making sure that you get people who have the right certificates, not the ones that are forged, who don't have criminal records. Today, most of you will sit down and complain about some members in the National Assembly. And I'm sure if the National Assembly had access to this tool, if Nigerians had access to their tool prior to voting, they probably would have a lot more information on people that they need to vote for. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that this is a very great tool. We probably are ahead of the curve, but I want to assure the organizers that we'll be sharing our best practices. We'll be working collaboratively with you to make sure that where you need some enhancement or where you need advisory services, we'll be there for you. Thank you once again.
Wow. 6 minutes, 15 seconds. That's it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to proceed to the next. I mean, this is fun. I mean, 15 minutes and 6. Wow, that's nice. Let's have a look at this personality who has experience in banking, capital markets, insurance, and asset management. Now, he is an advisory partner of a company in West Africa with over 18 years experience and focuses on financial services risk management. He currently serves as Global Client Service Partner for FBN Holdco and its subsidiaries. He has a BSc and MSc in Economics and Statistics. He is a Fellow of Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, FCCA. Ladies and gentlemen, Partner, Financial Services Risk. Let's have a look at this personality who has experience in banking, capital markets, insurance, and asset management. Now, he is an advisory partner of a company in West Africa with over 18 years experience and focuses on financial services risk management. He currently serves as Global Client Service Partner for FBN Holdco and its subsidiaries. He has a BSc and MSc in Economics and Statistics. He is a Fellow of Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, FCCA. Ladies and gentlemen, Partner, Financial Services Risk. Please welcome Ben Afudego. And I'm sure he'll beat 6 minutes easy.
So, Omar, the day has come. It's finally here. Now, I would like to use this opportunity to kind of say well done to the Managing Director of Uconnect and also to the directors of Uconnect, as well as to the entire management and staff of Uconnect for pulling this through. Well done. Now, I think Robert has done. Yeah, I'll continue. So Robert has done a good job already in trying to provide a landscape of technology and how it enables businesses. So what I'm going to do is to touch on how technology has actually enabled Uconnect to power Gr8jobs.com. So I'll try to provide a link as much as possible. Now, as you can imagine, technology has influenced the way we travel, the way we go to hospital and get cured if we are unwell, the way we actually give birth to kids, and to a large extent, the way we eat. Technology influences everything we do. But most importantly, if you look at the evolution of technology in banking and telecoms, that is what had made today possible. I recall those days when I was a young accountant, the nightmare for me was writing checks. Writing checks. So basically, to pay a customer, to pay a vendor, you really have to write those checks. It was very difficult. But then with technology in banking or technology in corporate, you could actually start printing out those checks. Baby steps within the organization. You could actually print those checks. My belief is that the best candidates will be available on this platform. Because the best candidates, or all of us now, we use these devices. And I spend averagely maybe 2 hours in traffic in my car. So, the power of using this to search a job or to place a job, if I'm an employer, to post a new job, is being facilitated, is being enabled with Gr8jobs.com. So you can actually do it. And because you can do it, it means that it's going to be used, and it means that the best jobs, in my belief, will be available on Gr8jobs engine. So now I'm talking to the management and staff of Uconnect. I know I've given you a lot of advisory services, but I just want you to pay attention to what I'm going to say now, and to all other organizations that are sitting here today. Technology or digital is disruptive, and it's going to disrupt your businesses unless you do something about it now. Similar to what Uconnect have done or are doing with their core business, which is recruitment and training. So there are a number of mega trends that are influencing the way you do business going forward. And I can identify with about 8 of them. So with these 8, the marketplace is global. So your customers are all over the world. How do you make sure you can reach them easily? Sitting in your office in Lekki. Gr8jobs gives you that enabler to be able to do that. But with all these technologies, they open opportunities, but they also create threats, risks. And I know my colleagues in the room here will be surprised if I don't use that word. So I obviously have to use it, the risk word. Okay. But what is creating this risk is because you are going into new terrain, people are a bit apprehensive. So you need to show them that you understand the risk and you have mitigants in managing them. And I think the MDC of Uconnect had addressed that in her opening remarks. But it's important to note that regulators are becoming more aggressive at regulating organizations. And as you grow this business, as you grow this platform, people are going to be asking questions. So how is our data protected? How is our information protected? How do I know I'm getting the right candidate? How do I know the company I'm applying to actually exists and have the ability to employ me and pay me the salaries that we've committed to? So indeed, the regulators will be following your development, and it's good to engage with them and make sure that you are able to meet their expectations in terms of having mitigants in place to address the regulatory needs. Secondly, like we've already said, customers demand a lot. Customers want to use their palm-held devices to access jobs, to apply for jobs, to get appointments, offer letters, etc. And I believe you've taken the right steps in being able to meet those customer demands. But I also want to raise this caution that your competitors are not the usual competitors that you believe in. Okay? They are not the other recruitment organizations. Of course they are, but these are not your biggest foes. The organizations that you currently work for, the HR practices of corporate Nigeria, of corporate Africa, are your biggest competition. So you need to find a way of giving them value such that it's more beneficial to them. They can see the value of you recruiting on their behalf as opposed to they using their in-house recruitment unit in recruiting. It's speed, it's accuracy, it's background checks, it's all those things that you've mentioned today that your platform is able to deliver. These are the things I believe that your clients are looking for, but they are also your competition. So you need to find a way of dealing with those competitive constraints, provide value, and make sure that those numbers that you portrayed that you would like to achieve in 2 years, you are actually in the position to achieve them.
From the humble beginning in 2004, UConnect has offered unparalleled world-class HR services to its valued customers, growing to become an HR giant, well known for top quality HR services and customer excellence across diverse industries. This feat was recognized when UConnect was named one of the winners of the Nigerian fastest growing company in 2013 by the All World Network and Michael Porter of the Harvard Business School in conjunction with the Tony Elumelu Foundation. At the same awards, the MD and CEO, Mrs. Omon Odike, was also recognized as the #1 female entrepreneur with the highest number of employees at the time. She went on to receive a certificate of excellence for UConnect at the All World Summit in Harvard in the same year in recognition for her role in leading UConnect to achieve its successes. The idea for this platform arose after carefully studying the HR landscape in Nigeria and also as a fallout of some peer discussions at the All World Summit which held at Harvard in 2013. UConnect took a bold step to create this platform and make it available to every existing and potential job seeker, and also created a category within the platform offering services to organizations of all sizes in Nigeria using technology. This new e-commerce HR platform to be unveiled will redefine the way we see HR services using technology. Our goal is to make these world-class HR services accessible, available, and affordable to all SMEs, multinationals, professional training institutes, and job seekers to aid them in building their companies and careers respectively. With strategic alliances with great brands like Diamond Bank, Ernst & Young, Microsoft, LBS, and CIPM, the platform is poised for greatness at a time when it's greatly needed in Nigeria. We proudly present to you the #1 recruitment platform in Africa and the answer to the ever-growing HR-related issues in Nigeria. Gr8jobs NG.
Yeah. Come on, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. Yeah. Whoa. The fanfare of it all. Gr8jobs NG.
Gr8jobs NG.
I was looking for it.
Bridges the gap and helps you find the best fit possible. Our platform is available, accessible and affordable and brings HR services to job seekers, employers and training institutes at the touch of a button. So let's explore how you can get the best from the platform. To find that great job as a job seeker, log on to www.gr8jobsng.com. That's Gr8jobsng and click on the register button. Select Job Seeker and fill in your details correctly. Take note of the compulsory fields and ensure you have followed the instructions. Submit and you're done. Now you can go onto your profile page, upload your profile pictures, CV, cert, and apply for jobs and trainings, and download our free mobile app so you can apply on the go whenever, wherever, and never miss an opportunity. To get job alerts, stand out to employers and take free assessment tests, subscribe and get the premium candidate gold coin on your profile. Access up to 1 million active CVs in our database and find the most relevant candidates to get the right fit for your organisation, and to access world-class HR services, click on Register and select Employer. Ensure all your company details are accurate and explore the various services we have for you, from recruitment to outsourcing, verification, training and a host of others. We ensure all your HR needs are met. As an added bonus, post your jobs for free. So register today and subscribe to access our unique services, specially tailored to meet your budget and equip your organisation for success. We believe in having a well-trained workforce. Therefore, we created a platform to allow training institutes connect to individuals and organisations and tailor their trainings to match specific requirements. Click on Register, select Training Institute, fill in your information and subscribe to our training services. Wow! You are up for a great experience. Don't be left out. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Gr8jobs NG, #1 recruitment platform in Africa.
You've read a lot about what Microsoft has done, the platform, Microsoft Azure being the kind of the backbone, the hosted environment for Gr8jobs NG. Yes, it's true. And the thing that you may not necessarily know about Microsoft Azure is that it's the leading cloud solution out there. Now, I'm not saying that because I work for Microsoft. Yes, I do. But it's the fact, right? It's the largest. Now, we have, I'm going to try not to use a lot of technical terms, right? I'll try and simplify. We have over 25 data centers across the world that powers our Microsoft Azure environment. And what that means, each of the data centers, just to give you kind of an idea of the power that is driving Gr8jobs NG. One data center is as big as putting 6 football fields together. That's how big one data center is, right? And what this allows Gr8jobs NG to be able to do is to be able to scale up, scale down. They want to get to 2 million candidates on the profile in 2 years. They can do that. They want to get to 10 million, they can. They want to get to 50 million, they can. They want to get to 100 million, they can. Without investing in infrastructure. They don't have to buy servers. They don't have to worry about the infrastructure, the network connectivity, the cooling of the environment. Everything is being powered by Microsoft. Now, Microsoft we put our money where our mouth is, right? Our Azure environment, you'll be pleased to know that, yes, you can see the environment will be up and running 24/7. Yes, because we make that possible. We guarantee our Azure environment 99.99%, right? Up to 99.99%. Now, let's break that down, right? That means in a month, we cannot afford for our environment to be down for more than 4 minutes. If you do the math, right? The environment cannot be down. And if it is down, we will pay money back to Gr8jobs NG for every second that that environment goes down. The money is not the issue for Microsoft, right? It's the credibility, right, that Microsoft stands for, right? Microsoft runs on Azure. All the large organizations in this world run on Azure. In fact, over 80% of Fortune 500 companies in the world run on Azure. Now, some organizations in Nigeria, the large ones, I won't mention their names. Thank you to Diamond Bank for, I didn't tell them to say all those things they said about Microsoft, but it's true. They're using Microsoft to drive innovation within the organization, right? And that's the exact thing that Gr8jobs NG has done, right? Because they see themselves playing with the big boys, right? Yes, they started small, but watch this space. I'm counting on them. They're starting in Nigeria. They will be in Togo. They will be in Ivory Coast. They will take over Nigeria even within a short time frame.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker studied sociology at the University of Ibadan. HR, Nigerian breweries, Mr. Victor Famoyibo.
Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to be here, and hopefully I won't take too much of your time. I will keep it very short. I prepared some slides. I will try not to go into the slides because then I need more time. I have scribbled some notes and I'll just go straight to the notes so that we can keep it to about 6-7 minutes. First, let me congratulate UConnect, the management and staff of UConnect, particularly my dear friend, Mrs. Odike. Congratulations on the launch of this e-commerce HR platform, Gr8jobs. I also want to congratulate all your staff, particularly the team ably led by Amaka. They have been working ceaselessly all day long, all night long, to get this off to a great start. And I'm so pleased at what I have seen already today. I know that it is just the beginning, or it is the beginning of great things to happen. So once again, congratulations for demonstrating excellence in people, processes, training, and so on and so forth. I know that you stand for quality, so I expect that this is going to be another testimony to the quality set that UConnect stands for. Well, I try as much as possible to relate to the theme of today's launch, which is the role of technology in reducing the cost of attracting and hiring top talents for an organization. I chose to then look specifically at using technology in HR management within the FMCG, which is fast-moving consumer goods. That's what I have known for like over 3 decades. And that's why I quickly chose to speak along those lines. Fast-moving consumer goods, as we all already know, it is that aspect of business life that many people don't even want to get into. Because the gestation period is very, very long. It is not where you go in and make quick money. Because it has some characteristics that you have to contend with. More than likely, you need a production facility. If you have to make consumer goods, you need to be able to bring your goods to the market. So you need route to market, you need wholesale, you need retail. More than likely, you need a very large workforce. Very large workforce. Although these days, we try as much as possible to keep the workforce lean and mean so that you don't erode your profitability as a business. What you also need, and I'm absolutely sure, is a broad range of skills, a broad range of skill sets. Because between your core and your support, you will need a very, very broad range. Core being the production effort as well as the selling effort. Because for us, that is the definition of core. You have to bring what you produce to the market. So those are your core areas. And your support being IT, finance, marketing, HR, every other thing that is not part of your supply chain is by definition in the support area. And support, of course, you know, that's where HR belongs. If you have been overwhelmed at what we have seen today coming out of Gr8jobs NG, you can imagine that I have been wowed. So not just overwhelmed like you, I have been wowed. And it is not for any other reason than the fact that I'm coming from a different generation of human resource management. In actual fact, when I came into the HR space, we were not called human resource managers. For those of you who belong in the baby boomers category, like me, I think there are just a few in this room. When I came into HR, we were called personnel managers. I had narrowly missed the generation before called labor and staff managers. So I came in as like HR manager, as personnel manager, and of course the profession had emerged. It had continued to evolve. And at some point, we found ourselves being called HR managers, talent managers. You can now give it different descriptions. But the practice of HR in those days was very, very different. You were a very good HR manager if you had administrative skills, if you knew how to deal with a large workforce, if you knew how to be very busy doing nothing, really, if you knew how to generate activities. Microsoft representative at this event just told us that Microsoft acquired LinkedIn for a whopping sum of about 26 billion US dollars. Gr8jobs NG is my own LinkedIn. It is your LinkedIn. It is best in class. It is of international standards, global standards, with local flavor. And I just want to say to the team at not only Gr8jobs NG, but also UConnect, that just in case you will be selling some shares very soon, if you're floating shares, please let us know, because some of us will be interested. Knowing fully well that someday Microsoft will be eyeing you, and maybe the resale price to Microsoft will be not only 26 billion, but 36 billion US dollars. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you to our guest speakers today. We appreciate the time and effort you put into preparing for this program and to ensuring that it went off without a hitch. We also thank our stakeholders and partners, Diamond Bank, Ernst & Young, Microsoft, CIPM, LBS, and CCSNL, for the strong belief you have had in us and our project, and for encouraging us to push on when times were toughest. We say thank you. We also cannot fail to mention some strategic individuals who have been a source of immense support. We say a big thank you to Mr. Ekena Odike, MD of CCSNL, and husband to our MD, Mrs. Oriental Lekki, for the constant encouragement, support, and expertise you have lent and you continue to lend in building and improving this platform. We also thank Mr. Ben Afudego, partner of Ernst & Young, for always lending his ear and opinion in ensuring we remained on the right path. We thank Mrs. Uche Ben-Uzebo and Mr. Sam Aneke of Diamond Bank for championing our cause and keeping the pulse high for our platform. We thank Mr. Dima Orene, who has constantly torn us down and still built us up all through the build of this platform. We also thank Mr. Obina of Wakanao, who has given very sound advice through the years on the build of the platform. We thank you all and pray that Almighty will reward you in ways that will astound you. And last but in no way least, we thank the awesome, passionate, hardworking, and loyal UConnect and Gr8jobs NG team. You guys rock. We thank you. You have been on hand. You have built and driven this platform from inception to completion. And MD, they promote this brand even when you're not there. Trust me, I know this. So we say thank you one, thank you all.
please proceed to the Experience Center, wait behind for refreshments as well. We thank you very much. We say God bless.
In fact, words cannot express the way I feel today or feel right now. That a dream of 2.5 years has come to fruition, that a lot of people have come here to support us, both the speakers, both the guests, and everything went so well. It was an amazing event. I must say that I am so happy for the platform we have just launched, the Gr8jobs platform, which we have said will revolutionize the way we see HR in Africa, and we'll mean it every part of ourselves and every business thing we're going to go into. We are extremely excited, happy, and we're waiting on the world to hook up on our platform, register, access our services, and have a great time on the platform. Thank you all so much for coming. We are too happy. In fact, we're going to be celebrating after this event and tell the whole world that we have arrived and we have come to stay. Thank you so much. The expectation of the crowd is amazing because we actually planned for 150 people. Towards the middle of the planning thing, we just said let us do a stopgap and get about 200 seating. And at the point we noticed that the entire hall was full to the brim. And even now that it is ended, we still have practically a full crowd. So it tells me that what we are here today is very serious in the minds of people. We are doing a very great thing and people want to be part of it.
I'm an executive director at UConnect. I'm also a husband to Omar. I'm the CEO of UConnect. And then I'm also the CEO of CCSNL. Well, this is a culmination of many years of hard work. Like Omar said, this started in 2013, the idea. And when she came back from the summit at Harvard, she was excited about the idea of doing something like this. And we talked about it and engaged other stakeholders. And through her perseverance and hard work, we are where we are today, and we thank God for that. To be able to gather this quality and caliber of people on a weekday like this, and be able to keep them and get them involved and interested in what we have to say to them, we thank God for that. We thank the people, all of them, all the stakeholders, from Mobile to Microsoft, Diamond Bank, Ernst & Young, Nigerian Breweries, CIPM, LBS. We thank them so much for this. And we also, I just want to single out Ben Afudego of Ernst & Young, who believed in this vision from day one. He had no hesitation whatsoever that it could happen. I really, really thank him also for that, and for the support that he has given to Omar and her team over the years. We appreciate him for that.
I'm happy about how the event has gone. All the guest speakers that we're expecting were there. It was well attended by everyone. We have leaders of industry, we have HR giants in their own right, all here, and we think it's off to a great start. Gr8jobs NG, like we always say, is going to revolutionize HR in Nigeria. The platform itself is built with a whole lot of parts so that it gives you a very robust platform at the end of the day. It caters to job seekers, employers, and training institutes. So on the platform you have everything that has to do with HR, from recruitment, outsourcing, CV writing, verification, everything that has to do with bringing in an employee and then also transitioning until the very end. Well, we are very excited. It has taken us 2 years to get to this point. So for us, it's a very well-deserved end, I'll say, or beginning, however you look at it. It's the end of the build and the beginning of the brand. We are very excited. We are very grateful to everyone and to God most especially. Well, for the job seekers, this is the first platform that you come to that you have the ability to give, for instance, a video CV of yourself. This will only help to convince employers more to hire you more than anyone else. It's a place where you can get your CV writing services, you can apply for jobs, and these are real jobs, because even without the other employers that we have on the platform, we hire ourselves and we generate jobs on a daily basis. So every day, for instance, for now I think we have over 70 new jobs all in one day, and it's only going to go up.
All these job people, they will not put job where somebody can find it. Huh? 3 hours. Junior, what again? No, I'm not at home. I'm in my friend's place. I come to prepare for interview. You have Jen, so that's why. Let me call you back. You're welcome. How far now? Oh boy, it's not easy. They're just firing people anyhow in the office. Just firing people like that. Now so, as things they go now, make a no talk. Is this economy rundown? It's the economy rundown that caused it. It's all over the wide wide. It's everywhere. I can't shout. Let me go and post my video CV on Gr8jobs.ng.com. Frank, what happened to Gary I put here? Sorry, it's me that drink your Gary. I didn't know that. I think maybe you are going to eat in office. So what of the granite? Did you buy the granite? I use it to soak the Gary. Now how for you? Sorry, I didn't know that. What's the man go chop now? Somebody cannot even drink Gary and granite. I beg, call me on this phone. Make I do this recording. You now put it where now? I just told you now. Gr8jobsng.com. It's the #1 place to secure solid jobs online. But boy, they can recruit. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you can even help me. Like this, my own finance is more than your own. Anyway, that one too short. Maybe I'll do my own first. Then help me to post it. So that at least my secure job now. Somebody will not be drinking on Gary and soaking your granite. And please do my own first. No, you have to register as a premium member first. Then post your video. That's how it works. Now, so this is do now. Oh yeah. We greet our president, His Royal Highness. No, start again. That's not what I told you. Yeah, well done, international and local. What are you saying? No, it's just the intro. That one is just, we sampled the intro. Oh, Frank, you don't need to greet anybody. Just introduce yourself and go straight to the point. Good morning to our fellow viewer at, sorry, is it morning they will look this video, afternoon they will look it? You don't greet somebody, it's like, maybe you don't have own training now. And if the MDs, they are looking your video, they say this one, you didn't have own training. What are you saying? Let me do it. Stand up, you're not getting this. Let me show you. My name is Shegun Williams. I have a bachelor's degree in engineering, and I have 4 years experience working in a bank, and 2 years experience working in an IT firm. You see, something like that. Once you're done, you just post it on Gr8jobsng.com. So I just say my name is Fangdonga. Fangdonga. Hello. Yeah, well done. My name is Fangdonga. It's not today that we'll begin to look for work. In case maybe the MD, but maybe they want to win my career. Go.
Certified